Alright. Star Rail time. After what is probably the worst wrap-up. And they didn't even fucking finish. They didn't finish because they only released half of what they'd been releasing so far for this last one. I actually can't believe this. Update the stream info. There we go. But Star Rail won't let me down, I hope. Star Rail's plot hasn't pissed me off too much yet. And it's been... what, 2 years of this game at this point, I think? So, it'd have to be a while. And they'd have to go pretty south, they'd have to... Look, so long as they don't go completely off the rails, train joke, and so long as they can keep fucking let a story end when it's over. I don't think it's controversial. What a poetic name. The name is so poetic, but not as superior as Galactic Baseball. Holder, it's me, Tamala. Alright, my bad, I didn't tell you to change numbers. Notice now, after all, IPC is quite strict with their information security. As for the name, don't worry about it. My manager chose it for me, something about will more catch attention. I didn't think being an IPC artist meant to be bound by so many rules. It's Star now, so of course your treatment is different. Popularity breeds contempt, you know? You go piss? You may go piss, Bathwater. Don't make fun of me. Right now I'm a newbie singer at most. When I come into the outside world, I realize the world is much bigger than I thought I know. So ways to go before reaching my ideal self. Fortunately, I made some small progress recently. Continue to share good news with you when I come across them. Please look at my performance as well, Kylus. That's just one of the characters we followed up on at the end of the last thing. There's a new Divergent... Okay, yeah, I want to look at this because I loved the Divergent universe before. As expected, even with the support of the Divergent universe, trying to construct a model of Amphorius from these mere scraps of Memoria is still a bit of a stretch. Making something from nothing has always been Mythos's hallmark. On the journey of erudition, every conclusion instead must be grounded in evidence. A sealed world reflected in the garden's mirror. My concern for the state of the two nameless is just increased by another 12%. What kind of wonder could possibly cover up 3 paths in such a waterproof way? I've got to thoroughly interrogate those two when I get them out of there. Currently in Amphorius. Okay, not quite where I thought this was heading, but sure, why not? I do typically do side stuff before I continue the main story, so I can work on this. You pissed? Good job, Bathwater. I think. I don't want to get in the habit of saying that, so you know what, just... yeah. You snap back to reality. This is the Grove of Epiphany. Even though it's not your first time here, the scenery before you still manages to leave you speechless in awe. What? I've never been here before. Came here to pursue that distant voice. What? Young man, do you desire wisdom? I desire stellar jades. Alas, there's no wealth to be here. Though there is something much more precious, knowledge. The knowledge of how to obtain stellar jades? No, then I don't care. Strand of consciousness left behind by the great Did they seriously... Did they actually make it so that I could fucking... No warning at all. Manages Grand Library, knows the entrance. Isn't that just a ghost? I should graciously overlook your foolishness. Library of Philia holds a vast collection of scrolls, research of scholars across generations as numerous as Aquila's eyelashes. Motherfuck Aquila! That word, it's following me everywhere. It is my mentor in Dragon Quest IX. It is the symbol of the Emperor in Warhammer 40k. It's the fucking robot mech I mained in the friggin', the Mecha Break beta, the previous beta. I haven't played this beta yet. Sorry. Maybe I'll play that sometime. I'd play it with other people. Ugh. It's everywhere. Poured our lives in weaving all that research in the sacred tree's memories. Though Circe's roots and Mnestia's... Through Circe's roots and Mnestia's golden threads, this wisdom has been able to extend outward, enveloping every corner of the grove, interwoven into a network that bears knowledge. So long as one holds reverence for the Titans, any may touch it, peruse its scrolls, engage in discourse, and resonate with the knowledge left behind by sages of old or even those left by Circes. Big data is truly everywhere. Corrupted by the black tide, the underground network is slowly decaying. What remains is nothing more than scattered remnants of certain scrolls. Perseverance rewards the steadfast. In the end, I found a successor to whom I can entrust this place. I'm not it. Stop spouting nonsense. Or you can refuse. A blinding radiance soaks into your thoughts, encompassing your soul essence into the labyrinthine root system. Ah, son of a bitch! You open your eyes, barely able to believe the sight before you. I wanted to test the divergent universe so much I've started to hallucinate? Indeed, I was not mistaken in my judgment. It is but a mere shard drawn from memory's depths, yet it bears the majesty of an astral vessel, akin to the usurper's fabled skyship. As the saying goes, virtue is knowledge. Virtue is wisdom's origin and finale. Gathered here are Amphorius' collective myths and histories throughout its entire existence. We learn what virtue is from gods to heroes. At the same time, it draws from the past of scholars, allowing people to understand themselves, forging trials and tribulations unique only to them. Your heart has chosen the skyship, shaping this very scene as the gate to embark on a voyage of discovery. So this is the Grove Art Online. You even find yourself doubting whether a simulated Scrulum or Herta might appear in the next moment. In any case, your soul essence will walk alongside legends here, shaping your virtue and forging you into a true sage, and eventually a true hero. Excessive words are not necessary here, young one. Perhaps prepare to tread forth into the river of knowledge. Don't tell me what to do. I guess it's not that spoilery. I never do the regular universe anymore because I don't care, but I probably should to get those things I need. Divergent universe. It's difficulty 1. I should be able to breeze through this. Especially with this busted-ass team I've been using. I did max out the previous Divergent universe. I'm simulated Herta. Ah, goddammit. Let me try to teach you. See those enemies? Try fighting them.
We need a strategy.
Sure. Fight complete. Here's something new for you, the day-night cycling mechanic. Battle will alternate between day and night. Look here, it's currently the day state. The action reaches here and we'll enter the night state. Why is Serval on my team? Was she always on my team? I don't think she... I think I had her replaced with regular with, doll Herta. For that... 1 second. I'm back, sorry. During the night, both allies and enemies will greatly increase damage dealt.
Watch your head.
You're also dealing more damage. Go defeat those enemies. Sure. They still haven't gotten the goddamn voice actors in. I cannot believe this shit. This is the most this game pisses me off. I actually can't believe they still haven't done it.
The door to a whole new world. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but void. You've just got to expand your thinking. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble.
There we go. Golden Blood Spoon that can enhance the day and night effects. Try one on the house. Yeah. Can provide certain buffs during day and night. Yes, I can fucking read. Day effect. This takes place during the day. Let's choose it for now. Yeah, let me read it. Like, stop. In the day, increase allied target's final damage by 20%. When entering the day, activates all allies and ultimates. That's really strong. Right, let me swap out Serval for Base Herda. Because then we have an extra follow-up attacker, and also we have triple ice, which, if I can get some remembrance stuff, which maybe that just doesn't exist in this mode, who can say?
We need a strategy.
Take a look.
I did this in the wrong order. Currently active Golden Blood Spoons will be displayed here. Increase the damage you deal during the day. Now go stomp some enemies. Yeah. You literally just explained this. Don't show me the same fucking thing twice in a row. Okay, after selecting specific boons, you can change the ratio of day and night. And may even be able to make one state permanent. Alright. Mega Mem.
Time to twirl! All at once, the door to a whole new world. Time to twirl! Curiosity.
And those little follow-up attacks there improve the Ventrine's thing, because they give him stacks of that faster. Which means we get shields more often.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
So yeah. She just works a little better than Serval in this game mode. This is progress to your next Golden Blood Spoon. Gain 1 point of progress every time you enter domain. Receive 1 Golden Blood Boon when you reach 4 points. When 1 point away from reaching the next progress threshold. In the next domain, obtain a Golden Blood Spoon. One enhancement effect for your Golden Blood Spoons. Make the day last longer, that's your choice. Well, let me read them all first. Day ratio 25%, ally targets final damage by additional 20% during the day. That's good. Defeats an enemy during the day, regenerates energy equal to half of max. Enhancements also takes effect night, will not be reset. In Evernight, and when night descends, activates all allies' ultimates. So every time it changes, it'd work. But yeah, I think this one, more daytime, and a 40% near permanent bonus. Kind Madam Herda will now grant you another boon. Feel free to thank me now. Highest level Golden Blood Spoons can be enhanced to is level 3. Divine Blessing to shine eternally radiant, bringing everlasting day. Now pick it. Yeah. Ally final damage by an additional 25% during the day. Let me look at these other ones. Every one enemy target and ally's target's attack hits. Attack restores HP equal to 6% of max. The next turn starts, stacks up to 10 times. Target uses ultimate during the day. Increase final damage dealt 4%. This can stack up to 60% each day-night. Resets when day-night changes. Duration of the day has been extended. Yes. Basic buffs and enhancement buffs. Must already have a basic buff before you can choose to get the corresponding enhancement buffs.
We need a strategy.
Take a look.
It's in a book. A reading rainbow.
What's wrong? Never seen the door to a whole new world. Time to twirl! All at once? You've just got to expand your thinking.
Yeah, turn on your stove.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but void.
As if victory were ever in doubt.
Hey, they're not the, equations and stuff in this one? Unlocking materials, synchronicity points. No, there's equations and stuff. They just didn't have them in that specific one. Much more rapid than I anticipated, but paths, blessings, equations, I interpret the Titans are indeed unconventional. It's like you're trying to force a formula into something that doesn't actually fit. As long as the program works, TT doesn't matter whether these 3 old variables can be formulaically used to unlock the Titan secrets. We shouldn't get caught up in the details. Even the Titans cannot understand things they have never seen. The original purpose of enlightenment can only be reached through interpreting the unknown using the known, forging ahead steadfastly, tailoring education according to an individual's nature. If the Grove elects to impart knowledge to you through such a method, it must have its reasons. And myths, after all, they are bound to be subject to mortal ignorance, giving rise to embellishments and fabrications. Sorry, Skrull, I'm playing a pirated version here. It's fine, he'll be overjoyed when you bring the memories you made here to him. See many traits similar to those heroes in you. Never put much faith in the unruly Zagreus, but I have to praise the opportunity bequeathed by that thief star for me to discover an heir such as you for the library's collection. Remember, never forget the heroes and their virtues. Heroes aren't extraordinary existences, virtues that everyone can possess forge the flames of a hero. Never forget timely self-reflections. The trials of the self are not accomplished in a day. Pride and negligence can even corrupt Titans. I'll return to searching within the root system. Perhaps I'll uncover some remnant pages unsullied by the black tide. Air of knowledge, may Circes shield your ignorance. Enhanced contents over here. Enhance your abilities while you possess golden blood spoons. Let's offer the branches. Chrysalis of Gold. Increase the number of golden blood spoons you can choose from by 1. Have you ever seen a butterfly perched on a branch, pouring out a love song of beauty and affection? Yes, animals grow in the footsteps of Kefali, and plants sprout from the hanging branches of Circes. Yet, upon sudden reflection, none could comprehend their wisdom. The heart of the Reason Titan cracks with sorrow. They wander amphibious, collecting the most beautiful scales and feathers from many creatures, creating golden butterflies. Thus began the world's poems of romance, beauty, and love. Their wisdom could rival Circes in debate, their sculpting shamed Aquila, and their singing silenced Phagosa. Menestia, what could be more moving than you? But the butterfly loved in vain. Long companionship stirs the butterfly's heart, so it confesses its love to its creator. But the flustered Circes flees within the sacred tree. Even when the butterfly weeps blood and dies, Circes never returns. Even Thanatos, long accustomed to death, sheds tears for the butterfly. Gathering its fragmented soul, death cast it into a cocoon. Golden butterflies emerge to pursue romance in the mortal world, while a fragile humanoid form is born from the remains of the cocoon. Go seek love upon the earth. When the time comes, even the silent tree will bloom for you. Yanis guides their path forward. Go weave romance on the earth. When the time comes, even the tearless god will compose your poetry. Orynyx hands them a golden spindle. Begin a journey around the world. They see sheep with offspring wandering the plains and clusters of humanity singing around the campfire, just as they once did with their creator. They see children running hand in hand and young men vowing to sail far across the seas just as they once did with their mentor. They see birds carrying fruits to decorate their nests, generals offering flowers to young maidens, their love burning hotter than any core flame. From one end of the world to the other, they gather all the love of the earth, and their long, arduous journey finally brings them back to their origin. They hang the heart, they weave the golden cocoon with pure love. Sacred Tree opens their path to kin, their branches intertwining with family and friends. Nestia gives all of themselves to Circes, and finally, within the chrysalis of gold, receives the whispers of love. Thus, the butterfly is reborn from the cocoon, the sacred tree blooms for their lover, and from that moment, they remain inseparable. There's the foreword and the postscript. Neat. Sure. Ordinary extrapolation. Use mini herda. I guess. 4 or reaching equilibrium level 6. Okay, then I'll do 4. Ow. Cracking my own neck. Alright. During the day, increase allied target's final damage 20%. When entering the day, activate all allies' ultimates. Or defeat elite enemies in battle to earn additional cosmic fragments. Triggers up to 1 time every battle. During the night, increase final damage dealt to elite enemies 30%. Reduce damage taken from elite enemies 10%. Let's go for day for now. Because I think I have more day-enhancing stuff. Check strategy guides here. Okay. Suitable for your current build will be displayed here. Suggestion, go check it out. Don't tell me what to do. No. I don't want to... No, I don't give a fuck. No, I'm not applying your stupid plan. Leave me alone. I'm not hitting the fucking easy button to let you play it for me. Let me think for myself. Don't lead me down that fucking rabbit hole and wait until the last 3 seconds to let me pull out. Fuck you. Break effect, increase, alright, this is... Harmony. That's new. Yeah, Harmony hasn't been a thing for pickable stuff yet. Increase break effect 100%, using attacks to break enemies' targets' weaknesses, gain shield that can offset damage. Ally target. Okay, this has erudition in it, which I like a lot. Enters butterfly soul state. What is that? Charge ratio shared by all allies. Reaching 100% transforms into butterfly soul. After entering the butterfly soul state, next 8 times an ally target use basic attack or skill to attack. Deals an instance of true damage equal to half of the original damage, not including the additional damage to the attacked target. Entering battle, Soul Chrysalis gains 60% charge. For every skill point consumed, 8% charge is gained. Every Blessing of Propagation and Possession increase ally target's basic attack, skill damage 10%. Max of 8 Blessings of Propagation can be taken into account. Propagation was falling behind, so this is probably their answer to that. I always like to take the most blessings, because that's just more power, even if they don't lead as much towards it. After an ally target consumes skill points, increase their defense. Use their ultimate, they restore HP, that's good. Because I'm going to be spamming ultimates with this build. Increase crit damage dealt when ally uses basic attack or skill. Ally speed by 5%. 12 turns spent by the entire team. Current acting ally target's action advances 100%. That's useful. Go to strategy page from here too. I don't fucking want it. I don't want your cheating mode. I don't want your cheating mode. I don't want to look up how other people... You can't think for yourself? I'm gonna. So I see that ability stuck around. Let's see here. Ultimate damage crit rates. Consume skill point. 20% fixed chance of regenerating a skill point. Yeah, take that. There's 20% chance to not consume skill points. Use their ultimate to attack weakness broken. Delay their action 16%. Every time the enemy target becomes broken, this effect can be triggered up to 3 times. Sure. Then he dot... Regenerate 3 energy. That's actually pretty useful for this setup. So, Harmony seems to want weakness breaks. That's interesting. Let's pick up some Harmony stuff. Wealth or combat? Wealth. I require money. You shall grant it to me.
Looks good.
Lucky draw. Choosing a blessing, enhance all 1-star blessings that appear. That's really good. That's like the sleeper hit curio. It just really just ups all your 1-star stuff. When entering a domain, gain 35 cosmic fragments, destroyed when you lose cosmic fragments 3 times. Well then, I better not spend cosmic fragments for as long as possible. You fucking kidding me? I'll do this once. Annihility Blessing. Attack against... an enemy target is attacked for the first time in combat, causes murmur damage. Target enters the battle, they're inflicted with this state. Wind Shear state. Start of a turn deals wind dot equal to charge value. Clear any charge values that exceed the threshold. 4,000% of the sum of all allies' attacks. Receives dot murmur gains charge equal to 8% of damage dealt. Alright, we got some mystery occurrences. A freckled man with curly chestnut hair who introduces himself as a digger in the Black Forest. Describes the forest as a mysterious place. It is said that in the forest there are numerous prophecy machines, poet machines, and all kinds of mechanical life forms operating on gears. Organic life forms rarely set foot there. Face brightens up the moment he sees you, as though he's just found a potential fellow enthusiast. He places his treasure, a cuckoo clock, into your hands. Bring a cuckoo clock home and try using it. Cuckoo clock fanatic says, sure you'll fall in love with cuckoo clocks. See, obtain a random cuckoo clock series negative curio and 3 no. I hate negative curio. Fuck you. No. That's not how you do shit, game. That's not the agreement. You don't make up new shit. That was never the agreement. I don't care. I'm not playing if that's how you're gonna play it. You don't get to say new shit that I have to do that wasn't part of the deal. There are a lot of things I will not abide, and a game actually mechanically lying to me is one of those things I will never abide, no matter what context they try to put it in. Unless that is the entire point of the game, that it's like unreliable narrator and you have to fight against it. Unless that's the point, and that's not the point of this shit. You can't force me to take shit like that. It's like, no, I don't want to take the negative thing. Oh, then you take 2 of it and don't gain the benefit. It's like, then what was the point of the fucking buff? Then just give me the negative one. What is the fucking point of you? Don't lie to me! I'm sorry, that pissed me off a lot. That really got me. I really cannot fucking stand being lied to. hang on. It increase all his ultimates, yeah.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? All yours!
The dice have been cast. Bust.
There are only a few ways to actually piss me off.
Maybe
And to simultaneously give me no choice and lie to me about giving me a choice. That's one of the few ways to do it. Generate 2 energy when using skill points, that's pretty good. I'll take a reward. Mr. Jibao the Radish. Let me get an equation. Use their ultimate for each 50 energy consumed, increase attack by 5%, increase damage of aftertaste dealt by 2% of the original multiplier. Stack up to 20 times, lasting 3 turns. That's not very good. This'll work though.
We need a strategy.
Stop at the workbench of creation first. Da-da-da. Increased shield effects received. Better follow-up attacks. Regenerate more energy. Better ultimates. More attack using ultimates. None of the 2 stars were that good to enhance.
The door to a whole new world. Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
The dice have been cast. Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it all.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all
Yes,
yours.
keep up the tempo.
All at once? You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity, endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void. The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you. Time to twirl!
Better hedge your bets. Going all in. Tabs on me.
Boom. Got ya. Alright. All allies use a total of 6 ultimates while not under overclock. Gain overclock. Attacking with an ultimate, deal 3 instances of aftertaste damage. Using an ultimate, this status will end. First character in the team lineup activates their ultimate. Charges brain of that to 200%. Can use their ultimate 4 times before the status ends for them. Yeah, that works. I'll just move a little thing around for that. Now I target use their ultimate. Energy consumed, decrease attack, multiplier of aftertaste, meh. Well, actually, I do have something to give me aftertaste, so. Quantum, the hunt, lightning. I don't have any of this shit. Fuck, I'll take this, because I'm not using any of those types, so you gave me nothing on that front. Let's swap you two's locations. Let's check the store. Alright. Increased day ratio. Blessing store. Weakness break a follow it to help attacks up. Generate 30% of stuff. That's not that useful. But I needed the point. There, that's a fragment investment. They're just gonna give me more fragments. Let's go into combat, which I know won't lie to me.
What was that?
Blessing of Remembrance after obtaining this curio. During the night, increase ally speed. Gain fragments after winning number of battles. Fragments after battles.
Still as hopeless as you've just got to expand your thinking. Time to twirl!
Here we go. Explode.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours! Time to twirl!
Yeah, just ripping and tearing. Yeah, I guess on weakness break. Crit rate of follow-ups, that's useful. Because we do have some follow-ups thrown out there. The wealth. The money. Alright, there is a chance for a program error here. But again, I'm aware of that before I press the button. I'm only gonna roll it once, because I'm not gonna pay shit to possibly get something negative more than once.
Oh, you want this? Fine. Take it.
I feel like the developers might have missed the point of this. The part of this, game mode that people enjoyed was getting overpowered as hell. I, kinda don't want there to be a random chance for me to just suck. Or to be forced to have a lot of negative effects that I don't want.
Is that it? I was expecting something bigger.
Well, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to work with what I have here, Herta. Ultimate damage, all type resistance pen up from 20 to 25. Ultimate damage dealt increased by 3%. I mean, that's barely an upgrade at all, but sure. Efficiency, 35 to 50.
Is that it? I was expecting something bigger. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours!
dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
The door to a whole new world. You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity.
Just think better.
Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void. Time to twirl! The door to a whole new world. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you. You must be honored, huh?
Oh, you're gonna order something to explode, are ya? Order it to overcombust. I should have had Aventurine put up shields. Timed manual. Timed manual.
Still as hopeless as ever. You've just got to expand your thinking.
Butterfly sword. Battle over. Oh, no extrapolations. Okay. Increase all allied targets' speed. Turn after targets are attacked. 2 stacks of crit boost. Not be lost when memo sprites are attacked. Alright. Launch follow attack on any enemy. They're delayed 25%. Trigger max at 2 times per turn per enemy. Follow attack, deal an instance of aftertaste. I do have aftertaste buffers, so... Deal with 50%, a ratio of 15% might trigger an extra one. Theater Puppet Master. Okay, I have somewhat of preservation, so this is the one I'll pick. There are any characters, all allied targets obtain a special shield. Shield increase shield effect, but okay, so it's a shield that stacks. It's that ability. It's really, really, really strong. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I don't even want to do the curio wheel with that chant. The downside is supposed to be I'm spending my cosmic fragments. You really don't need to make it so that shit's in every single one of them. Wait with dots. Nah. Yep. Every time you enter a domain, gain cosmic fragments equal to 5% of what you have. Yep. Buy just that, and then don't spend anything. Nice try. Hold it right there, though. Praise Nikador, praise me. I'm cooler. True, you flop around like a fish whenever you're not in the wheelchair. No, actually.
Have been cast. Bust. Or
Yeah,
maybe I'll take it all.
Alright, Bathwater, you're lucky I take those in stride. Damn.
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all
I'm
you.
still busted as hell, not gonna lie, but,
Time to twirl! Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond Nothing.
He just keeps getting to do this.
All yours.
Like, I haven't even used my main combo. Oh my gosh, she just kept doing that. After ally targets enter battle or after Mima sprites are summoned, they receive 6 stacks of Obsession. All ally targets attack 1%, max HP 0.5%. Target can have up to 20 stacks, they lose 2 stacks at the end of each turn. I mean, everyone just starts with 6 stacks, I guess. That's okay. Follow-ups and additional damage, ignore stuff. Ignore percentage of defense, that's useful. Crit rate up, take that. Respite. What you got, screw boy? Hit by different ally attacks, increase their damage to help. It's another domain boss, but I don't think this is the last one by a long shot. Licorice Pizza Mint Shaved Ice. I didn't read the name of this before now, and I shouldn't have now. More aftertaste damage, because I actually deal a lot of that. Ignore more defense with follow-up and additional. In the day, increase enemy targets' final damage taken 25%. Inflicts enemy targets with Swan Song. Start of each turn. You've returned. See, we're taking part in DU now? Yep. I don't know what time. I don't know when you left, Courting Nat. I actually just don't know. I don't know if you saw me get through the Valentine's event, which is to say, I was pissed. Take additional physical damage equal to 400% base damage. Wow.
Take a look. Upgrade configured.
Upgrade your thingy. Take a look, it's in a book. Left an hour ago because you had to head home from an appointment. Hour ago, then I guess you didn't see, I don't know if you know this, but, how do I put this?
Do you know who I am?
The event didn't actually finish.
Diamond this big? It's all yours.
They add an extra story arc that's so far removed from what the fuck they were doing, and then they don't finish it, even though so they only released half of as much shit as they released the other 2 times they released more stuff, so they could extend it an extra release.
Maybe I'll take it all.
So it's extra shit that I didn't want, and then they're padding the extra shit that makes the story worse. I genuinely can't believe they did it.
What's wrong? The door to a whole new world.
Flop? Yeah. Yeah, I did this to start up the new Divergent universe. More maintenance has said Part 4 would unlock at the same time as Part 3. It didn't. Part 4 is not unlocked yet. And Part 3 is half as long as Parts 1 and 2.
You've just got to expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void. The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble. Time to twirl!
Owie.
Watch your head.
I wouldn't have done that if I was you.
It's gonna hurt. Do you know who I am?
Knock his ass out. Ult time.
Yours.
I might actually alter this team some, because triple ice isn't as good when it looks like Remembrance doesn't add ice weakness as frequently anymore. Which means you can't just rely on that.
Watch your head.
Yowie. They'd love to reduce the stacks. It's not been my fucking turn yet.
All in.
Oh, cool. He gets this because he just took more turns than I was allowed to take.
Dice have been cast.
I don't know what the hell that was. His speed... He's literally just taking an extra turn before the round is over. Which, you know, one of those things I thought wasn't allowed in this game.
Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours. Time to twirl.
It's funny, when they finally let it be my turn, he suddenly dies. It's almost as if the only way they could think of to make this even slightly difficult was by not letting the player play the game.
Watch your head.
Time to twirl. Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours.
Like, my main damage dealer doesn't even get to do anything.
Don't ask, just spend.
You must be honored to meet me.
I won anyway, but it wasn't as fun as it could have been. And now it's over. This feels way too short. No, I don't care about no one cares about saving a file. It doesn't do anything. Oh, I can look back at how I did this. I don't care. I don't know if you realize, no one cares. New blessings, equations, weighted curios, random occurrences, also new golden blood spoons. Oh yeah, we added new occurrences where we just lie to you about what their effects are. Aren't you happy to hear that? That you can't trust us? New path of harmony, partial fixes path preservation and abundance, iterates on certain content for the other paths, third plane newly introduces boss enemy Savage God, Mad King, Incarnate of Strife complete, Wonder Forest, Academic Office Staff complete, Day Night, during the challenge, Goldblum offer, yeah, you already explained all this, don't add extra explanation that you've already done. I had to play the tutorial to get this far. Don't just explain it again. No. The arrow. The arrow isn't something you can actually click on. That's really fucking cool. Why show it like that? Or branch, Gate of Infinity. All ally targets defense 2% during the day. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Chalice of Plenty. Effect resist 2% during the day. Yeah, I know about those. I can't pick them up, I'm capped already. No, I'm not... I know how to think. I don't like doing Memory of Chaos because they want me to build multiple teams, but one of my characters is in every team I try to build, so I can't build multiple teams. Because I can't use the same character in multiple teams, even if it's a different path for the same character. Core of strategy? That's not why people enjoyed Divergent Universe. Did you only ask the people who hated it? People played it to see what weird effects they could get. The same reason people play Binding of Isaac, I presume. There's a lot more trotters on this ship than there were before. Nope. I don't need a story recap, but I also wasn't trying to click on that. Room for this. Okay, there's a golden scapegoat I never found. There's some camp outside the city. Let's look at that. Yes. It really shouldn't have to ask, oh, are you sure you want to teleport? I said to teleport. What else could I have meant?
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all! Pretty good crowd today. Turn up the volume!
What's wrong? The door to a whole new world. Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void. Still as hope. You've just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Alright. Right here. Hecate. Oh, that bodes poorly. Just did a basic check of the perimeter and there's nothing dangerous or any new discoveries out there. Really remote, everything that's been left behind here is basically still in its original state. I didn't rummage around out of respect for your ceremony, so let's get started on that right now. What? What the hell are you talking about? Was this a quest I picked up and then never finished? Persephone. Can't just sit here on our butts and do nothing. Here's the whole reason I started the investigation. Never thought that the most dangerous place of all wasn't somewhere in the city, but right next to him. This is what the Oracle meant by being in peril. I don't regret anything. Wish I'd seen through his mask a lot earlier instead of allowing myself to get played like a fool. Pull yourself together, Persephone. Come on now, before they've decided to do away with you. As long as I put those wandering Titankin to good use, I'll find a chance to escape. What? Pull the backpack soaked in mud from out of the corner and fish out Persephone's teleslate from within. Teleslate belonging to Persephone. From the memory you observed, it seemed there was a glimmer of hope that she could have escaped the Hades. Is this the version of the Hades myth they've decided to do? I know it's been translated as a certain thing frequently, but you know there's probably 24 different versions of the story, and there's maybe 2 where she's not willing to go. I agree with thinking pulling a stunt like that. No, you could get someone killed. I confess it wasn't the best idea, and I'm sorry about that. I'm not doing all this for you. We just got a little more funding, we could have our own bigger stall at the market and live a better life. For me, stop making excuses for your own despicability. What a joke. All these years together, I've only just seen your true colors now. Not being so unreasonable. Just replacing some not-so-important supplies. I know when to stop. Besides, Radaman is the one who directed everything. I'm just an assistant at best. Okay, stop going on about that one thing already. People like you just sit around in the garden researching all day who have no idea how stressful everyday life has become. Can't you think about me once in a while? Forget about it. I don't want to argue with you. Let's both just calm down for a second. Well, of silence, Hades leaves. Persephone watches as he goes before okay, fuck me. Auto-scrolling. Walls of text that you can't possibly read in time if you're reading out loud, which some people like to, like fucking me. appear to reveal why Hades acted against her. No, fucking... Stephanie dragged them here? Really cannot keep her around anymore. That's weird. Why is the scroll not working? Radamon, you would dare scheme against me! Reach an abrupt end. Last thing you sense in your mind is the man's hoarse screams and his face of despair. Reach down to pick up a tatty old scroll. Based on the memory reserved, it's a replica of the one Radamon used to trap the married couple. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't remember any of this being brought up. Find anything? Slate. Slate in her hand, and as time passes, her face grows even more somber. Had problems with many expedition team supplies in the city, including emergency rations nearing the expiry date, grass and weeds mixed in with medicinal herbs, and defective scrolls. They're investigating burglaries early on, but never made any progress. Radamon was a gardener in the Garden of Life, just like Persephone. He was always an upstanding kind of guy. I never took him for... As for Hades, I always knew that guy was a crook. Tell us, Slate. Likes to tell us late when an experienced flick searches around. Record of the entire dispute, including how Persephone exposed Radamon's crimes and Hades' weak defense. Good girl, Persephone. Really are a good, brave girl, aren't you? Have you take this evidence back so everyone can know the truth. And here's the scroll. A big snarling laugh. Serves him right, it really does. By Talantin's grace, that's what he deserves. Calms down enough to point at the scroll you're holding. Thing is called the Light of Aquila. That word that keeps following me. It'll use a bright ball of light out of the scroll after you used it. It's quite bright and noticeable. Teleslates can't be used outside the city. People often use these kinds of scrolls to send messages and confirm locations. This one's obviously defective, though, and no use at all. Talantin will spare no sinner. He deserves it. Another thing about it. If Radamon was involved, I'm afraid his original plan was to get rid of both the husband and wife. That all there is? Let's go through what we know once more. Persephone noticed dodgy supplies sent to the expedition team, traced it back to Radamon, secured ironclad evidence of his guilt. During this process, Radamon came to learn about everything. Sensing potential danger, Persephone followed Hades out of the city to escape, had no idea that her husband was actually caught up in everything. Persephone learned the truth about Hades being in cahoots with Radamon. She was threatened. Why did you give them those names? Some dumbass on the translation team did that, who didn't actually know what that legend was about. Secretly recorded some evidence, planned on using Wandering Titankin as a distraction to make her escape. Camp was attacked, tried to use the Light of Aquila, never realizing he was in fact using dodgy supplies himself. Anything else to add? I think that's everything. Head back, Auntie Demetria is still waiting for us. I think I remember that part, but... They really just wanted this basic setup of, oh, I can't even remember that. Demeter, that's what it was. They really wanted the setup of, oh, Demeter was looking for Persephone, and she was with Hades. So that's the very core basics, and the rest we'll take from the Disney movie. Actually, no, they didn't even put in that amount of effort trying to connect it. It's just... It is that. And like, yeah... No, actually, no. There's no yeah to that. Who the fuck is Radamon? That's not a character in that story. If you're not gonna match it up, don't bother using those names.
It's still early. Where to now?
Hello. You're back, you're back. Been through so much. How was it? Did you find anything? Yeah. Did find a few clues out there. Countess Demetria, everything you discovered at the camp. So then you mean my darling Persephone? Traces of almost imperceptible sorrow and pleading color the woman's words. Corners of Hecate's mouth twitch ever so slightly, but she finally looks up at you for help. Well, see, Persephone probably wasn't killed by Hades. Hades. Of course, this doesn't always necessarily mean she's still alive, but out of consideration for the old lady's condition, you spare the second half of that thought. A glimmer of hope sparks up the old lady's complexion, like a piece of driftwood floating in stormy waters. Hecate's appreciative gaze further reinforces your determination in holding the second half of that thought to yourself. You also said she was planning on making an escape. Persephone has always been a smart one, ever since she was just a little girl. That's right, that's what I think. Believe that with her capacities, she'll have no problem escaping from the clutches of that terrible man. Just has her reasons, whatever they are, for why she hasn't made it back yet. Yeah, that's it. Definitely it. My Persephone's still alive. Don't worry, Auntie Demetria, I'll keep searching for her no matter what. I'll bring you Persephone back for you. Thank you, good child. Persephone, my Persephone. I mean, there's a possibility she's out there. Glaze over, a bizarre, excited, and mesmerized look falls across her face. Cool off for a while. Personally need to cool off too. Here's your reward, there you go. Theory of predetermination. I guess that's a leftover from last time. I don't remember seeing that in my quest log any of the time I was playing offline, and I play this offline every day. And, this just straight up, I don't know where the last one is, so I can't do it. I don't need a story recap, I remember what happened.
It's still early. Where to now?
Oh, this already. Is that you? Don't mean to intrude, could you spare a moment to chat with this old soul? I'm quite the talker. Thanks, youngster. I'd like to talk about Persephone and Hades. Back then, I wasn't really in favor of them being together. Persephone is a simple soul. Treat her well, she'll do the same for you. Hades, I've always thought he was too calculating. He was too much of a dumbass for that. Persephone liked him, so I suspected her choice and wished them the best. Part of me wishes I'd been strict and an unyielding bad mom. Thanks for the help with the investigation. I'll keep on searching. Thanks for putting up with my rambling for so long. Thanks so much for your help. And yeah, when we left off, he jumped in there, and he hadn't jumped out just yet.
Aglaya, with all due respect...
Shut up, Mighty Mouse.
This trial is taking far too long.
Alright, it feels like we've already waited for 42 days. How did you even arrive at that number? They still couldn't get my voice actor in. It's literally been months. How the fuck is it this poorly set up?
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Fainan's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly. Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Snowy's voice. I can't hear him anymore.
You said you weren't sure if it was him before.
There's a sun-like existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
Sun-like?
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Get ready, my Demos.
What's going on?
Plan B. We pull him out when something goes wrong.
Oh, there's a plan B. Good.
As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the two Outlander warriors can also join me.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences.
Don't act like I didn't help fight that god.
Our two distinguished
got his
guests
ass.
are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mighty.
Can't we all go?
Someone should stay outside in case we need help.
Like, why don't we all just jump it? He's like, no, someone should stay outside. Ah, good point. Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Finon's life on the line. Of course, we Nameless will do what is necessary. How should we help?
Join me in the trial to look for Finon. And when we do, Aglaya's golden thread will guide us back out.
Yeah, like, damn it. I know her name. What the hell is it? The golden thread from the myth of the Minotaur. I can't remember. I cannot remember her name.
Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath. If something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mighty.
I mean, you can't die, so given enough time, you would just get out.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Trinon's behalf.
Let's go. Not quite.
Ah, Mr. Stellaron. Time for us to reveal our true value to one another.
May I look at how he works so I can try? Alright, fine. Whatever, I'm like 12 levels, minimum 12 levels above where they want me to be. I can do this.
Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challengers safe from the devastating rage of strife.
Who did?
They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity, and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well.
Sorry, I said like 6 times, and I noticed it would not pick it up on my mic. I don't know what to do to get something that will both reduce the noise that's constantly going on, but also let me make sounds. I feel like it should be able to tell if a sound is directed at it.
Souls
You poor man. Don't.
And warriors in the making. Follow me into the
It should not be that friggin' complicated in theory. Sounds that are intentionally pushed towards the mic should pick up.
And with thy strength, banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
Why'd you ask to come in then? Oh, but I can speak as softly as possible. It'll crank that up to be audible. But if I try to scream a as the first sound I make, it won't know. It just doesn't know. No, you can't. Beg to come in here. What?
What's the matter? Surprised?
Yeah, would you believe no one told me what this was gonna be, so whatever it was gonna be was probably gonna be surprising.
Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial.
Why is it just you? Where's Don Hung?
I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most.
But yeah, you're not allowed to look at how this character works and, you know, try to formulate a strategy around them. Just go fuck yourself. That's something that pisses me off about the story-locked characters.
Be on alert. The smell of
Like, I'm not allowed to look at them. That's annoying.
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Akamans are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Touch, don't look.
Say whatever you like, despicable Akaman.
Yeah, it really is. Hey, now, have sex with this prostitute, but don't you dare try to talk to her.
Better to die in battle than return even in glory. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
I feel like this is part of the trial, right?
Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here. It's a pity, though. You're too late. You will never stop the Holy City's army. Watch as I make this pathetic warrior of yours the first sacrifice.
No. Why didn't we do anything about that?
Mightimos, my king, avenge me.
Kitty's sleeping so peacefully behind you? I'm jealous, because mine was just getting down around, climbing at me. You know, like, hey, I want to leave the room now that I started knocking shit over so you'd let me in.
You're next.
That's not good sounds.
Face your death, cowardly king.
This insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikador's wrath.
Alright, let me look at how you work. Imaginary to 1. Assume HP, deal imaginary damage to one designated enemy unit, minor imaginary to adjacent targets. Oh, he consumes HP! Would you believe that would have been really useful fucking information for building a team? Because this team doesn't have any fucking healing on it. %50 of current HP. What is this shit? 30% of currents. Current HP is not sufficient. Using seal reduces HP to 1. Be automatically used. Charge deals imaginary damage equal to Mighty's max HP to one enemy. Imaginary damage equal to that of Mighty's max HP. Actually, all of his stuff scales off his max HP, it looks like. Automatically used. With the abilities in use, charge cannot be accumulated. Stores HP, it accumulates talent's charge. Massive imaginary damage to one designated enemy and to adjacent targets. Losing HP accumulates charge. Charges at 100, enter Vendetta state, restores HP and advances action.
Forever doomed!
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Still as hopeless. You've just got to expand your thinking.
No, this one.
What's wrong? The door to a whole new
Get
world.
off me.
Curiosity, endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Absurd. I know this Aquaman. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being. That horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds.
Well, good thing you don't need to.
This battle cry must have gone to Finon. That's why he lost himself. What a useless fool.
Who was he?
It's nothing.
I don't think it's nothing.
Let's go. That voice is Cartonis? Not you too, Cartonis.
Mighty mouse you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life finally.
I won't ask how this happened, nor will I hurt you like
So I guess
you said.
Finon's biggest fear is you being his enemy?
I just need you to tell me where Finon is.
All of this you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo.
Don't be a bitch.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonis.
Humiliate me you shall not. Leave. Get out of Okima. Get out. Symbol of your sovereignty, take it. Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone.
This is Mother's Signet. It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable vermin have. With your mad king, perish together in that maelstrom.
If this wasn't all a construct, it'd probably bother me how this is going. But no, this is constructed and fake. I know this isn't how that character actually thinks.
Look out!
A long, narrow shadow pierces through the phantom of Cartonis.
Nice move.
You too. We up against Danny Boy's apparition this time?
Wait. He seems calm and composed, unlike the rest.
Sane enough to communicate, it seems. Hey, gray-haired warrior, tell me, what was the last thing you said to me before I parted the waters at the Scale Gorge waterscape?
Parted the waters?
Don't ask. How would I even remember that? That sounds like something the real you would say. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if you'd remembered, I might have stabbed you. He's like, how the fuck would I remember that? You're real. It wasn't easy, but I finally found you two.
So, you are Don Hung. What did you go through before meeting us?
Hey girl, let me part your waters. I know some people who would absolutely let Don Hung part their waters. Especially when he's Imbibitor Lunae. Just some memories from my past, nothing worth mentioning.
You mean you saw your past too?
Wait, is this your past?
The trial of strife is a vicious one, all right.
Is that why Kylus ended up with Mighty? Kylus doesn't really know his own past that well. So he just got slapped into someone else's? What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Finon has never met.
That doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means we'll be able to find Finon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be. Let's first follow the sound.
We're saving on budget by reusing the same area from the last update.
The battle cries.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna give him shit for that. I have a feeling someone is manipulating this battlefield, someone who might not be fine on.
I agree.
Cursed brutes.
Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
What's wrong with you two? It's Nias, an incarnation of Nikador.
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Mightimus. You are a keen warrior indeed.
Thank you, Discount Kratos.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you. And I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
That was a weird audio thing. With this farce. Yeah, it can never be easy, can it?
Your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
What do you mean besmirch the dignity? This is gonna be one fierce battle we won't be able to get out of. One who has fallen. Phynon failed the trial?
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice. You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his.
I will use a quill, baseball bat, or spear, or this hat I have. Two of those don't sound like weapons. You'd be surprised.
Of course.
I guess you could kind of call the lance a spear. They're adjacent.
Peering from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past?
Mighty Mouse getting pissed.
Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this!
Oh no.
Your hatred is as clear as day, Mightimus. I once must have stung you deeply. But thanks to that, I have also come to realize this is why you killed your father for the throne, only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on.
Fuck Kremnos.
This is why the Strife Titan only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
Mighty Mouse? Stop fucking calling me that! I know you're referencing something. Maybe a little.
Show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very own destiny. I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
Ooh, fuckery.
I see you wish to repeat this. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight and watch your defeated corpse burn to ash. But remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very great. You, the successor of Grandos.
I'm sorry, he's more of a discount Crispin Freeman. It wasn't fair for me to call him something else.
I knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath. What about you, Mightimos? Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? Prove to me that you are worthy of this power. Mournful cries, miserable wails. Kings of Kremnos, this is the power you desired? Burn it all! Spare no effort.
Okay, they're really just having him take every single turn.
I grant you the blood of strife. Dying soul, face me. This raging power, I can hardly contain it.
Jesus!
Hear my roar. I am strife. Burn it all.
It doesn't make sense why it wasn't playable before. Because I think he's already using strife power now. Probably why we're not playing as,
Forever doomed.
Oh, I'm not in control of him anymore.
Alright, Hulk going all in. Tabs on me.
Oh, he has a fuckload of max HP.
You've just got to expand your thinking.
Resembling Furious Lion.
Burn it all.
Oh, wow. The rest of us ain't doing shit. This is just a show off how much he can do. Yeah, the shield is the same amount, but the shield as it appears over their health bar is based on their max HP, so the shield's fucking nothing.
Watch your head.
Yeah, it is ass. Alright, Mighty Mouse, get even mightier. Yeah, like that.
In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Kremnos.
Praise Nikador.
Face me. How noisy. Burn it all.
The Gate of Fire, the Endless Might. Jesus Christ, he just keeps going. Oh my god. Alright, I see why they didn't feel the need to tell me how he works. I get to see it. Oh hey, actually I am carrying a spear here.
Found you.
Hey, Finon. Sometime later.
I did my best.
I believe you. The core flame trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope that Finon gets through this.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Finon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
Is the Black Tide really that scary? Since coming to Amphorius, we have heard many talking about this Black Tide. Could you tell us more about it?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Amphorius to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the three titans of calamity. Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
According to Naias, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide. Perhaps that is also why Lord Finon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Kremnos, Mighty, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a test, really.
But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seat of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Black Tide. Sing, O goddess of his rage. Now, y'all done? Give me that shit. Got a bunch of achievos here. Facing Fury Praetor in battle, have at least 5 ally targets distribute the Drowned in the Crimson Sea damage, one of them being defeated after distribution is complete. Single battle, have ally character Mighty cast Kingslayer be King or Godslayer be God 5 times in 1 instances of Vendetta. Feel like that's just gonna happen for everyone. Young heroes finally risen from strife. Discuss the present circumstances with Danny Boy. An unspeakable thing of unknown origin. What comes to your mind when we put these keywords together? A Stellaron? That's right. Think about the various characteristics of Amphorius. An isolated world of eternal night being eroded by an unknown power? We cannot discount this possibility. It's been bothering me for a while now. Everything we have seen thus far suggests that Amphorius wasn't always isolated from the rest of the universe. Be it the birth of the Titans or the encroaching black tide, none of these can be explained as a natural progression of a civilization. There must be another reason for its current state of isolation. It's just... if the cancer of all worlds is truly the culprit, we should have observed certain phenomena, explicit or otherwise, by now. But that isn't the case. The voice of the Stellaron? That's what I was thinking too. In past experience, the Stellaron within you should be able to resonate with other Stellarons. We haven't encountered anything like that here. Yeah, I haven't been getting that. If anything, I've been getting a completely different Aeon beacon in my brain at night. There are several other unanswered questions too. My gut feeling is that things here are not as simple as they seem. Furthermore, what happened in Penacony also proved that the appearance of a world may not necessarily be due to the influence of just one path. Could be an all-star cast. In another sense, it's Penacony all over again. We know apparently 3 Aeons are from this planet. For now, let's just take things as they come. The Black Tide could be a good starting point. Since Nikador has fallen, those who were suppressed by them will no doubt begin to counterattack now. Seems our trailblazing expedition is growing in significance. Switching to the Mighty Mouse. At the same time, on the other side of Marmorial Palace.
Don't worry, Dee. This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time ago?
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, alright. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me.
I'm sorry, that was uncalled for.
What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
No, there's actually a different thing I'm concerned about. I apologize for snapping at you.
Alright. Being straightforward suits you better.
It's like if Batman had very clear communication skills.
There's something we're curious about. What did you see in Nikador's trial?
Something that terrifies me.
No, we figured that part out. We wanted specifics.
Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phynon might fall. And she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, no point trying to lie about it.
Know everything.
Yeah.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood this. The downfall of Strife, and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses. If Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
They are the only 2 Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do not hold the key to completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans.
Of which there are none.
Give me some time to speak with my people.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess there are some.
I promise.
I see. There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual. Your people. They have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all, you're the hero of Castrum Kremnos.
Though he's kind of decided he's gonna do this because it looks like Phynon just stands no chance against the shit he had to go through in his past, but Mighty thinks he could.
I once was. But Lady Trebios, therein lies my deepest fear.
Oh, I get it. In that image, he was in charge and they were at war. He's afraid of just repeating what they were before.
We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
That's neat. That's good character writing. A fear of being just like those you condemn.
Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
And that's the bold we, which means I, kind of.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath. I should...
Hang on. Somebody said, yep.
Cryo. Take a look.
There we go. So they don't auto-force them into your party during these segments anymore.
Brings back memories.
They still, you still can, for immersion's sake. And immersion matters to me at least a little. He just has these fucking crystals. Yeah, girl, auto-forcing.
Children left unattended by their parents? That's not safe.
Responsible adult Mighty Mouse.
Shouldn't run around in here, kids.
Hey, it's the Crown Prince! Are you also here for a bath?
What a stupid question, slaps the child. Oh, I take it back.
I want to hear stories about princes on the battlefield.
Like, oh, that is a face of a man who is not ready to be recognized. Like,
the Crown Prince. Are you Kremnoans?
Yeah, we are! The grown-ups said we used to live next to the arena. Well, next to the parts next to it anyway. My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Crateros.
My parents are serving in the Holy City Garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Achaemen.
Why are you kids here alone? Where are the grown-ups?
you're going to hell. We've discussed this, Bathwater. You only go to hell if no one changes the rules. You're probably going to purgatory even if someone changes the rules, at least for a couple of decades. Maybe 2 decades. I'd give you 2, but, you know, and with good behavior, maybe just 1, but, you know, there's a lot of shit.
So we snuck out to play hide and seek with Mr. Crateros.
Crateros.
Man can be such a child sometimes. You know where Crateros is? I happen to be looking for him.
Sorry, I don't. Come to think of it, we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find us? No way! Mr. Crateros is a member of the Royal Wing Elites. He's the best at hunting down enemies.
Yeah, but he's shit at hunting down allies. Ow.
Counting near Verax Leo when we went to hide. I thought about taking a peek, but who knows if it might be a trap he set.
It was prudent of you to be cautious.
Ah, smart. You are training your combat capabilities via this game of hide and seek.
It's, just take a few turns after you go out from here. It's close to the bats.
All right, I'll go look for him. You should consider the game over and head home for now. And don't play around the hot baths again.
Wait, Your Highness!
Is there something else?
I heard you retrieved Nicodor's core flame. Does that mean we get to go back home soon?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremlis?
You love his Rule 34? I imagine he's gotta get some. I'm pretty sure Castorus has gotten the most attention on that so far. Though, Aglaya also with her scene in the baths. There's gotta be something for her by now.
You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Achaemens. Everything you know about our people comes only from the tales of others. You have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me.
Why are gacha games always the best source of yaoi?
To wield swords and fight on the
Bathwater, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, and I don't know. I'm not quite sure how you haven't learned of this. you see, there are these things called yaoi fans, and they like gacha games. Especially ones like this. So what appeals to the yaoi fans is gonna get more yaoi.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Amphorius. No one can defeat them.
The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us. We don't care. We all know that
You see? Good. I'm glad I could learn you some knowledge. This was another instance of Fish learns you some knowledge.
The time has not yet arrived. But, young men of Kremnos, heed my command. Return to your parents at once. From here on, you are to dedicate yourselves to rigorous training and a healthy diet. You must not neglect these two aspects if you are to become a brave warrior of Kremnos.
He's so weirdly good at taking care of kids.
Only by following this path can you be deemed worthy of returning home.
Yes, Your Highness!
He's so good at handling kids, it's so weird.
The future of Kremnos. I should find Krateros.
That's something to appreciate about Star Rail's writing. Even their really serious, really edgy characters can still be the parts of really dumb jokes like that.
There he is.
Rat! Oh, it's the Crown Prince of Castrum Kremnos.
Get a grip. We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to think twice before doing anything to us.
Why would I need to do something to you? Oh no.
Out of my way, lackeys of the Council.
The Civil Guard of Akama is on official duty. Please keep out of this area.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll allow you to pass this time, but just this once.
Yeah, the fight sure went out of you fast, like, move over.
You think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo in Castrum Kremnos came to be mounted on the wall?
I know this voice. Where do I know this voice from?
I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors to hunt down a lion on the outskirts of the city of Tritos.
Who is this? Where have I heard this voice before? I know I've heard this voice actor before.
That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher than the peaks around Akama. But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then...
Looks like it's not officially listed, so I can't quite figure out who the hell it is. Yeah, did someone else post about it?
Why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best part yet.
Oh, it's a guy from Final Fantasy XIV. Okay. And a few schmucks in Skyrim. What is his name, though? It'd be hard to get through Skyrim stuff.
My blood pumping. Please, go on. Well, if it isn't Lord Mighty. It's been a while. Oh, what in Akama is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Fuck if you know. Fair enough.
Kratos. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mighty Mos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Let's go.
Wait, so how in the world did Chrysius Leo get mounted on the wall?
We'll never know.
Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
And he's also riding an MK9. That's another one. That's definitely him. Hey, that voice. That's probably where I remember it from.
Don't
and he's been
fall
riding
behind
more
me.
than once.
Unless you want to upset our friends here.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
I know that voice too.
We're almost there.
You must consult the Elder Gods.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private chat.
Oh, I must consult the Elder Gods.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to? Someone help me!
Some privacy at last. So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
I think he was riding in... at least in Mortal Kombat versus DC. Probably in Injustice as well, whichever Injustice Raiden was in. I think he was only in 2. I don't think he was in the first one.
I came to discuss the future of the Kremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
Not exactly.
Divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's only way.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans. Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time.
I'm starting to not like you.
If they ever learn that the Crown Prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Mighty Mos. You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes, to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Mighty Mos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hands.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan, no matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Yeah, that's what he's getting at you for, Kratos.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. Even an infant knows that much.
Then what is the point of the axe? To chop wood, and no one's ever died to an axe. No king has. What about the other king? What about King Axehead, who famously had an axe embedded in his head for over 6 minutes before he finally died. That was unrelated. Oh yeah? What killed him? A spear someone chucked at the axe.
I swore to your
You think you're fucking funny, don't you?
I will guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Mighty Mos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, Mighty. Ha! That's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it?
Haha, they shorten your name. How ridiculous.
Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one can deter you once you've made up your mind. But don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we
one of those stubborn old man who won't stubborn old man characters who won't let tradition change because he's an idiot.
Bloodlines no longer.
To be fair, that's a real type of person.
This era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone.
Oh yeah, that's a really good,
should never dwell.
That's a really healthy mindset. Never let anyone ever see you vulnerable for any reason.
Especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
Eurepon, the boy did nothing wrong! This is murder! Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador.
What?
We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed, starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
And your entire kingdom with it. Good job.
Your failure is inevitable, Eurepon. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child. A beast.
She's a lot more aggressive in her voice lines than she is in, like, the image here.
Royal Wing Elites and Effers of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons
Little
and
blip there.
daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear, and prove your mettle.
Understood.
5, 4, 3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2, 1.
It appears there are no objections.
You know who I see in the background here? That looks an awful lot like Kratos.
Principle of tacit consent. The decision is final. With all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury and join the fallen heroes. May fate and the gods await your arrival, my son. My Deimos.
Why'd they say it like it was a reveal? We already knew that's who these characters were.
If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos. O unworthy king, in the name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Very well. We shall see who the Kremnoan blade strikes down.
And we already know his bitch ass couldn't actually bother to fight her, so he poisoned her beforehand.
My Deimos, my son, they all tell me to forget. But how could I ever? The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood.
If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
The mother roared in anger. The armies remained in silence. Only the cries and the waves of the Sea of Souls echoed. Back to the TB. Now in your private bath chamber. Ever since the battle with Nikador, you haven't slept so soundly in ages. Even if death itself came to rouse you, you'd proudly retort, "Why does life slumber? Because the bed is warm." Yet a chill from the river of souls wafted by, a sensation hauntingly familiar. Could death truly be at your door? Best to open your eyes just in case.
Mister, you're awake.
Oh, hi. Casterus, why does life slumber?
That's a complicated question. I'm not sure I can answer that.
Don't worry, it's related to a weird hallucination I was having by myself. Why are you so close?
I apologize for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby. I bring a message from Lady Aglaia. She has prepared a gift for you and Dan Hong, and wishes to present it to you in person.
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
I'm glad you're in good spirits. All right, let's set off.
Nameless recollection. The Crown Prince of Kremnos revealed the past in that trial of apotheosis. Past gained through your travels. Head to the book and write it down. 1 second. I have this quill for a reason. Why are you reading them by yourself? I want in too. Just so I can spoil it for you. No way! I'll bonk you on the head with my pink wand. Right story. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I've written. Nations, why the aversion? Since which day did he become known as mighty? His strength rivals all lands, but the man pays it no heed. For only the authority of a king can end another king, and only strife can end strife. The torrent of conquest crosses the barrens, yet with homeland's blood it is destined to be stained. None dare to shake his hand in greeting, for his hands burn as the blazing sun, soaked in the might of the flames. What a mighty feat it is. In the aftermath of defeat, the man digs graves for the deceased soldiers, burying thousands with his own hands. In that fight, he crushed all invading blades with his fists. A body immortal may never fall, but tears of pain in his heart still flow.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
They say that is the reason he's so unwilling to weep. But in Idonia's blizzards he once did cry, a tear shed among the storm and frost that bloomed into a lily stained with blood. Like his undying body, the flower never wilts. In time, the entire world will turn to ash. This haughty man shall be the one to leave behind the world's final beauty, though none are willing to believe. Unlike his kin, those patterns are carved with his blood, a matter so suspicious it stirs the ambitions of the mundane.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
People to this day still seek it, yet it is simply a tradition he follows closely. Do not let your enemy notice that you're bleeding, and thus convince them that you are someone unsurpassed, a warrior supreme.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
White-haired friend once asked. The man goes silent and still, his gaze burning into the horizon, looking for a distant past. In his days of wandering, this same question was asked by thousands upon thousands, and he never denied.
That is why I walk on this path.
Act concluded. Saga compressed. The Last Prince, Mighty Mos. Little closer to the center. Flame Chaser's path has been lit. It's interesting that these two are between them. Do you know that Akuma is full of stories about Mighty Mos? He's just bursting with tales. Are all princes like that? I'm really curious about the Curse of Immortality. Me too. It's really hard to imagine what an undying body is like. If his arm accidentally fell off, would it become an immortal arm? Sounds like it'd make a great weapon. Now I got that image stuck in my head. No, that's no good. Let's talk about something else. I heard someone say that his ability isn't immortality, but defying death. Even if he suffers a fatal wound, he can resist the call of Thanatos and force his way out of the realm of the dead. Now that's an unbelievable kind of power. Still, there really are way too many rumors about Mighty Mouse flying around. If they were all true, he wouldn't even have time to eat, would he? Burger is almost ready, may you eat? Tell me what is on the burger. I wonder who's spreading all the stories. Sure is mysterious, don't you think? Now, what kind of sauce and or toppings you got on there? You must tell me or you may not eat. That's the rule. Alright, I'm with you now, girl. Pepperjack cheese.
Bustling.
That's it?
Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers
just a basic cheeseburger. No ketchup, no mayo. At least there's no mustard. Yellow mustard is gross. I don't care what anyone says. Dijon is okay, but like that yellow mustard that people insist on putting on shit, I hate it.
Lady Trevi and Lady Trianne.
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those...
Cheeseburger. Alright, your plain cheeseburger you may have, bathwater.
Color, and how it glitters in the light.
I personally like some spicy sauce. It's just sriracha and mayo mixed together. I'll admit it's not like an impressive stuff, but that's what I like putting on my stuff. And maybe sometimes some mushrooms, depending on if I have any.
Why won't you buy it? If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trian. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready.
Thank you, a wise and merciful king of the fucking Scalies. I don't know if I'm the king. I feel like there's some people ahead of me in line for that.
No, it's alright. Trian is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trian is just... what? Trian is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten! You've forgotten all about Mama!
Ooh.
Mama gave us something just like this before! Trian...
See you tomorrow?
Like,
I hope you two patch things up soon.
if it's fake, I'd like to know, because I'm trying to run a legitimate business here.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
It is possible for fragile things to survive decently long times, it's just very difficult. It depends on where it was and
so hard to
what it was about
what
it.
they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trian were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Castorus. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Marmorial Market, and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trian walked by earlier, Lady Trian happened to catch sight of it, and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low.
Yeah, maybe.
For some reason, Lady Trian became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune.
How small?
I'm running a business
I don't know.
here after all,
I feel like
so...
1 pound of sugar would be a fortune to a colony of ants.
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
Glare at her in silence.
I suppose
It's
I
like,
can sell it to you at
come
cost.
on, don't overdo
Sign
it.
of goodwill, Miss Castorus. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated.
Like, say nothing, just glare like, come on, don't overdo this. You can make a little money off it. There's nothing wrong with that. You still bought it, you're still a shop owner, but don't go going crazy over this shit when you don't even know it's real. Just stare her down, just...
We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had it been another merchant, I would have been set back plenty. The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trian and reminds her of her hometown.
Are you sure this is glassware?
I've long
Looks like a
wished to
full-on
show my gratitude
gemstone.
for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for.
Could have been.
Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break easily. Alright, back to business after that little detour.
Little bit of detour.
Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
Oh, Danny Boy's already there.
Your friend arrived before us.
You're finally here, Kylus.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky.
I didn't expect you to call me that.
Your companion here kindly explained the meaning behind the name to me earlier.
Ah.
Through him, I've come to understand that you and your friends walk the paths of Kefali and Yanis in places beyond the sky. Addressing
yeah,
you
I'd say
is the
similar.
least I can do, as a show of respect. For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety.
Meh.
To express our gratitude for your kind trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present you the
Trailblazing.
highest honor of Akima.
Highest.
This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Akima. Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of 2 cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other. And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us.
And it's trembling under the weight of this gift. This precious gift isn't simply a token of gratitude, though, is it, Lady Aglaya?
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunhung. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
I mean, if we can get in contact with the rest of us, then that could be on the table, but the 2 of us alone is, with all due respect, won't forging an alliance with the Chrysosairs embroil us in the conflicts within Akima? Sure you can understand where our misgivings come from, Lady Aglaya. Right, we need to think about this first. Having said that, Lady Aglaya, please don't misunderstand. We will still do what we can to assist you in the Flame Chase journey. It's just, I've heard of the friction between the Chrysosairs and the Council of Akima. As outsiders, we're wary of getting caught up in this conflict.
Wow! Gray and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
This is a new person. Gray?
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglaya's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine. Not only are you guests...
Dawn, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
You've also done so much for Akima. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglaya would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
You are...
Hyacinth. Thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend
Pink
to them.
and blue.
I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie. Oh, I've missed you.
Is Aglaya's nickname Agly? That's the result I wanted.
Miss.
This girl, she's a natural at making friends. Remind me of an old friend with pink hair. Old. It's been like 2 days.
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world.
Oh, you must be the abundance character they'll announce later.
Also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together.
Are you an heir?
Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akama presents an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglaya, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akama, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
Always come back to fate. The Fate collab's not for a little longer. Ah, she's here to help Aglaya recruit us. I see.
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglaya doesn't need my help with things like this.
I see. In that case, we'll accept this gift from Akama. We welcome the chance to talk with you, Lady Hyacinth. Usually say a gift has no hidden agenda, it's nothing but hidden agenda. Well, it's like... We already know what they would ask of us. And it's like, we kind of just can't for the sole reason that we don't have enough info on the opposition, and also we can't really contact our own friends just off-world. Pardon the question, but I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Micro-expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires, these all part of the usual skill set for Aquila's priests?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany, and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Nikador's attack on Akama, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akama.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
Ah, so you're a therapist. Thank you, we'll keep that in mind. You see, I have several centuries of therapy I'm behind on. Did he say centuries? Yes, he did. Good luck.
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglaya.
I would love to keep you in Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Reason Titan.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglaya, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trianne will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castris will be accompanying her.
Ah.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well.
Anaxa.
Regarding the missing Titan.
An axe a day keeps the trees away. Since this involves Akama's diplomatic affairs, we'll give you some privacy. Let's go out and play.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Mr. Trailblazer, why not go with them? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
Oh, is that so?
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Grady. I'd be delighted to show you around.
Long shot. Do you have any missing siblings? Or ancestors? Aunts? Great aunts? Cousins? It's a weird... I know this is a weird question for you. Calling ghosting... I'm gonna hope that's autocorrect. King of the fucking Scalies. You're missing context here, fish. Okay, yeah. Yes, that was Bathwater calling me the King of the Scalies, because I denoted all my preferences on, burger toppings. Because I said yellow mustard is gross. I think Dijon is okay. I prefer like a mayo and sriracha mix. That's what I like putting on my burgers, even on chicken sandwiches. Sounds good. Getting more insight into the customs and geography of different regions of Amphorius is also part of trailblazing.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft.
As for why I'm king of the Scalies, there's been a bit of discussion, and it was agreed I'm a Scaly, ultimately. I mean, I pick Argonian in every game, so... Apparently you're the weird one for liking mustard? You're not the weird one, you're just the wrong one. You need to understand, those are different... So, you're not weird. It's actually me who's weird for not liking it. But I'm also correct. Now, weird would be if you had the unpopular opinion. Too many people like yellow mustard for that to be the unpopular opinion. Mustard and mayo is the best combo? Is that, I take... Okay, I also really like ketchup, but I like adding a little spice with the sriracha, because sriracha is essentially spicy ketchup at the end of the day. At least the sriracha that I get is.
While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft.
You don't like ketchup. Are you one of those despise all tomato things forever people? Because my brother's like that too.
As I would. Castris knows this too.
Okay, I don't like solid or like sliced tomatoes. I don't like tomato slices on my stuff, and I don't like chunks of tomato in my sauce. Chunky sauce is gross. But I like tomato-based things.
Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima. So I
now you like marinara stuff? Okay.
May your journey be smooth.
Because my brother just despises it. He hates ketchup. He hates marinara. He'll turn out. He'll be like, ugh, tomato fucking sucks. I hate it. Dew of divine blood. Weft. You going white or weft? Weft.
I'm glad to be in your company again, mister.
Oh, I'm sure the fans are too. Only time you want tomato is Mexican food, especially tacos. You are sated? You had your burger there, bathwater? You pepper jack cheese and nothing else burger?
Buddy, okay.
I mean, I'm not huge on salsa. Because, okay, my thing with salsa, this is entirely a personal preference. I don't think I'm correct at this. I think this is just a weird thing with me. Salsa is often served cold, but it's spicy. And if something is both cold and spicy, it's very unpleasant for me. Tell me about the titan known as Thanatos.
Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them.
What was your curse?
And they have something of mine. Something of great importance.
Salsa is spicy?
Get back from them.
It depends on the salsa, I suppose. Not all of it, but it's Mexican food. Usually at least has some spice to it. Who's Professor Anaxa?
When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phynon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant.
I mean, it's usually not that spicy, but there's capsaicin in that shit, so yeah. What is the Grove of Epiphany? I've technically been there in Divergent Universe, but that was spoiler. And your version of spicy and my version of spicy are two different spicy. I mean, if I call something spicy, I mean it has capsaicin in it. I'm not saying it's too spicy to eat, too spicy for me. What the fuck? If I describe something as spicy, that means it has enough to be noticeable. Now, if you're one of those, if you recreationally eat ghost peppers, you don't get to tell other people what spicy is because you're numb to it. That means you've numbed yourself to it. That doesn't mean you're better at it. There's a Grove of Epiphany.
is Akima's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey.
But you are better? Well, do you eat ghost peppers for fun? Like, are you a person who, you know, makes like the 5-alarm chili and has to add some Tabasco to it to feel anything? Because that just means you've killed your... you're just highly resistant to that specific poison. And yes, it's a poison. Alcohol's a poison too. I'm not dissing it. Food is poisoning yourself at the correct amount to have fun.
Several Chrysos heirs
Eat spicy things for fun? I'm not saying eat spicy things for fun. I'm saying eat stuff that is, like, not safe for normal people to eat for fun. Like, if you really have to crank up the difficulty to feel anything from it. You've had some spicy salsa, yeah, specifically have to get a spicy salsa for spicy salt. Yeah, no shit. If you want it to be like you have to order the extra spicy version for it to feel spicier. No duh. Or maybe you just go to places that give you really bland salsa normally. If you go to Taco Bell a lot, then yeah, they give you really bland salsa if it's not the spicy kind.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her.
So I will get really heated on food takes. The stuff they give you at Mexican places around here are mild. Mild is still has spice in it.
And Lady Trianne.
You don't get to say oh, this doesn't count as spice. It's still spice, dude. Mild is still more spice than is in most foods. And yeah, I still add spice to my stuff. You bought some Mexican soy sauce. I feel like I need to ask questions, so I'm going to. What the fuck is Mexican soy sauce?
Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury. Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trianne! Trianne was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Akama for some fresh air. But then we found
soy sauce sold in Mexico. You know what? Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer.
Trianne knows the city has good doctors, so Trianne brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor. I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trianne. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first. These wounds, they're caused by the Black Tide.
It's close enough that we're finding people injured by it? I'm not stupid. I didn't call myself stupid. I said I asked a stupid question.
Prepare a ward for this man at once.
Bathwater, you say stupid shit all the time, but you're not stupid.
He's still alive, considering how badly the Black Tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trianne, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join.
There's a Mexican grocery store that imports all their stuff from Mexico. Well, you say only the smartest shit. Well, Vintage, be sure to let us know if and how Mexico has managed to fuck up soy sauce, because I believe every culture has found some way to fuck up another culture's invention. I am sick of the slander that America is the only country that ever alters recipes in a way that's bad. Have you ever seen a Korean taco? You ever seen American food in Japan?
As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
I understand. May fate have mercy on this poor man.
Trianne believes he'll get better.
Sorry to tell me this, but you are stupid? I don't think you're stupid, Bathwater.
Everybody, follow Trianne! Fly, fly, fly away from Akama!
Chinese caricature at the bottom of the label, so we already are there. Yeah, there's already something fucking wrong with it. Hang on, what did that say? The world is just a gargantuan sandbox game. Within a person's lifetime, they can only involve themselves in 1/1,000,000th of the known universe. That is a very generous estimation.
Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akuma behind! Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
Are we not using the Sentry Gate?
You might not be aware of this, but using the Sentry Gate takes a significant toll on Lady Trian.
Now, I know that, but I wanted the info.
Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open
Saying something
the
about
gate
it being
unless we
authentic
had no
Spanish, then English translation under that. That is not a good sign.
I'm ready too.
Let's go.
Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, memmy, mem. Memmy, mem, mem, mem.
Did you just say Cass?
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't you give it a go?
How are you two so close already? Plenty of Mexican sodas?
Memmy, memmy, mem, 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 mem.
Cass and I are now good friends after traveling together for so many days. Mem. You've been summoned? Wait, what summoning has occurred? Were you special summoned, normal summoned? Were you synchro summoned, Vintage? Have you been a synchro this whole time and you didn't tell anyone? I swear to God.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable.
Oh. Cass. It's short for Castorus. They weren't talking to you, buddy.
This is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
Yeah, it's like Groot. This shows I'm learning new things. Once I obtain the memory of poking Wolfelt, will I grow hands that are as capable of Cass's hands? Too late, you're now in the game. Final boss, let's go. Ah, god damn it. Scary. Don't teach her how to sew, Cass. That's horrible. You can't say that to a girl. Damn, I was thinking the final boss was the path of destruction. They're talking about how they want to friggin' kill it. I was just kidding. Anyway, I believe this trip to the Grove of Epiphany will definitely be a fruitful one. How exciting. I wonder what changes I'll experience next. You'll learn a powerful new ability. You might become fluffier. Transform into a cute girl. Now. You don't have to yell.
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
We've been traveling for days and you've never noticed Mem before? Puppy? You become a different species altogether? Here I thought you would just give me a nickname like Little Memmy.
It's already action hour. Lady
Noon.
Trian, I hope you're well rested. You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trian say?
Something like,
That's me. You give you a hint though?
Mommy,
There'll be Vienna
excellent.
sausage.
Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Will it be free? Because I won't say no to some Vienna sausage.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trian.
And if it's not free, I might have to kill you faster to get it for free.
Of course.
Because then you can't stop me.
Wasn't Lady Trian's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yannisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And
We'll say no to potted meat? Yeah.
red mushroom.
Oh, I see now. Okay. When I heard the name Vienna sausage, I thought sausage from the Italian city of Vienna. No, this is just spam with fewer steps. I mean, spam really isn't that bad, so I'm not really that against it anyway. I don't have a problem with spam, I have a problem with spreadable meat. That's unnatural.
But Trian can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now.
In that case, Kylus and I will lend Trian a hand. But you don't have hands, only paws. It's just a figure of speech. Think about it. So many memories scattered all over this world. Surely at least one contains an image of Trian's mama. If I keep a lookout for it while searching for memories along our journey, then Kylus can go boom! Not only will Trian be able to remember what her mama looks like, she'll even be able to talk with her, right? Live in the US, everything is unnatural. No, actually. I'll have you know that natural selection to breed certain things out of plants is still natural. And actually, GMOs still count as natural as far as I care. And when I say natural, let me rephrase. Spreadable meat is a crime against God, whereas making bananas more delicious is a crime only against hatred. Hatred lost the day that the old banana ceased to exist. Probably. I know the original banana literally doesn't exist anymore.
Trian thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trian out?
Only if you promise to stop calling me a pink puppy.
Little Memmy from now on.
That's much better. Though I'd like to know exactly what I am. That's just a name I came up with on a whim. There goes your fun fact of the day. Yeah, no, I know about the banana thing. Funny enough, they made a joke about it in this game like 2 updates ago. Talking about an intergalactic banana called the golden banana that went extinct because of... what was it? It was some kind of parasite. Anyway, they were referencing the real life banana.
Okie dokie.
And before you say it, I also know that most people with lactose intolerance are only intolerant to a specific type of milk from cows that occurred after a specific mutation. And if you can get cow's milk from a cow that doesn't have that mutation, you're not going to be lactose intolerant to it. IRL was a disease? Yeah.
If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
That'd be nice. Where'd it get its name from?
Legend has it that whenever they requested an audience with Circes, Nestia would always come to the meeting in a long white dress. As the warps and wefts of the dress came into contact with the ground, they turned into paths and stairs. May this romantic path bring good tidings.
Look! A huge tree! It's... huge!
Jesus. Oh, I don't think that's a tree. I think that's the body of a titan. This is mine now.
Looks good.
The broken cocoon, faint light still emanates. Like a sigh left behind by Nestia, the girl that seems to remember the butterfly that once chased the light of reason, willingly forsaking eternity for a fleeting embrace. Wow, it's so majestic. Kylus, hurry up and capture this moment. Giant tree bowed slightly in the silent forest, tilting and falling into the wilting green waves. A passing breeze rustled through the leaves, as if it was sighing, softly fading into the lightless ocean above on high. Would March 7th appreciate this sublime scene? You're uncertain. Dawn Hung, perhaps. Never mind. Every time he encounters a tree as big as this one, it'd be a deeply troubling situation. I'll play Xenoblade Chronicles at some point. I've never played any of the Xeno anything, but not counting Xenoverse, but that's a different game. But no, I haven't played Xenogears or Xenoblade series. I never fail to impress. This photo deserves an award. What is this huge tree, though?
It's the Bough of Rift, the divine body of Circe's.
Called it.
Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin
Mem has Rule 34. It is the 34th rule of the internet.
Forest. A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Oh, Trianne knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
But is the academy supposed to be this quiet?
Something feels off.
Nah.
The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival.
So we have no way in?
There should still be a way in. I'm just a little surprised.
Is that the one where there's corn of everything? Yes, Rule 34 of the internet. If it exists, there is porn of it. If there's not porn of it is currently being made.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
For now, let's look around and see if we can find out what's happened.
This place is
Pornography.
What in the world is going on?
Hatch. Observe our great master Circe's, such nobility and holiness in that august presence. Oh, it's actually Circe's. That's right, marvel and praise freely. Such reverence is exactly what the master deserved. There's a lot of internet rules, hard to remember what. That rule specifically is very... That's kind of the only rule you need to remember off rip. There's no Ruka. Well, you know what that means, Bathwater. Someone's gonna have to make it. To return balance to the world.
Fly across to the other side.
I assure you, there's none of me either. Yet. Dreams of giants sank into the earth and grew into towering colossus like me. Knowledge, like seeds born on the wind, causes flowers to bloom across the land and withered branches to sprout anew. The world pours itself upon me like a spring. My eyes are clear, yet I cannot see myself. Ambrosia. Not only did you get Mexican soy sauce, you also got some cojita cheese to make some Mexican street corn.
The entrance on the other side. Where could it be?
Now, I can't really speak to... I'm gonna level with you. I have been to Canada once. I have never been to Mexico, even though I technically live closer to Mexico. Arriba?
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
You're invisible, you say, you little shit. Look upon the crumbling circular staircase, each step polished smooth. It is said that this sheen is the result of generations of scholars pacing, debating, and seeking wisdom here. You haven't, neither one? Huh. Those wise figures who once wandered these paths ever imagined their outdoor classrooms would one day be claimed by vines? Not invisible, just... Aha! Eh? Why did you turn so suddenly? You frightened me. Seems this spot isn't secure anymore. Time to relocate. You live closer to Mexico than me? You don't know how close I live to Mexico. I mean, you probably have a general idea based on my accent, and I think I've said my state before. So you probably do live closer. But I was saying I live closer to Mexico than I live to Canada, but I've been to Canada and not Mexico. No, you've been to Mexico when you were a baby? Dad said when he stopped for gas in Texas it was snowing.
As I expected, something's not right here.
Even though we're not scholars, someone should have come forward to receive us by now. Gorga boy.
Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet.
Maybe something happened?
That's possible.
Hello? Is anyone there? Oh. Huh, no one's here.
That scared me.
Idea. Lady Trienne, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaia said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not.
Oh yeah, that might be something to
This is
use.
achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circes are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests.
Oh.
Oh, Nestia. With the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection.
Oh, that scared me too.
I'm sorry.
Accent leaves you to think California, but Gen Z really does have more Californian accents. I think the internet is really going to blur regional accents, especially in 10 years. You see, the problem with that idea, the idea that I have a California accent, is I didn't have the internet during the formative years of my life. I didn't even have a computer during the formative years of my life. And actually most of the television I watched was actually produced in Georgia, because Cartoon Network is based in Atlanta, and that was what I watched like 9 times out of 10. Now, they didn't always... They wouldn't have characters with accents exclusively or anything like that.
If I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of
Accents do come in later too, not just in the formative years. That's true, but that's not the reason that my accent is lighter. It's just that my family's from further north. Well, half of my family is. The other half isn't. Or, no, both halves are.
The reaction... Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be.
Look over there, something's appearing.
Are they...
Oh, could you guys not see that before?
Flowers?
I thought that because no one was reacting to it, that they weren't anything special. You guys can't see those normally? Sorry, that was bugging me. What's your deal? White Dryad. What a cute name.
No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Oh dear.
Dead me, ma'am.
Once in a while, she'll say an actual word, so I'm guessing at some point she's just gonna switch to full-on talking. Dead white dryad.
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are
Is
still
Meep.
plants. They only gained sentience as a result of
Not the
Circe's
reference I would have
blessing
picked,
of
but sure.
equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have...
I'd have gone
already
Schnitzel.
died.
Rada, rada,
What you
rada.
see here are just faint
Rada,
after images
rada,
of their
rada.
souls.
Or you want to go as old school as pot? No, I know who Meep is. I'm not dumb. I watched Phineas and Ferb too. If you want to go older school, I'd actually say Groot kind of originates that joke. Now, maybe there's something even older, but Groot is a decently old character. Guardians is older than that movie, even though the movie made the Guardians relevant. I make you feel so old? I'm gonna keep making you feel older. That's just how life is gonna be for you, Bathwater. You're gonna age. and you're gonna like it.
However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence.
Maybe they were a thing before the
Without
movie?
golden thread's
Yeah, they
outlines,
were.
We would not have been able to see them at all.
I think the first time I saw them was in Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. In that cartoon, they showed up for an episode to help them fight Galactus. You're actually younger? I don't think you're younger, Vintage.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Oh, maybe you are. I don't know, you go to school or something.
Can you read
Yes,
their
you are?
memories?
Well, how old do you think I am? Let me try. 2002, baby? Mem. Hey, don't say it together with me. You're distracting me. I mean, yeah, you are younger than me. No, Vintage. Nope. Still wrong.
Black cloak, sword towards the great tree.
You're guessing 2004. No, Bathwater. You are both really off. 98, that's it. I was born in 98. Bathwater, how young do you... Bathwater, you think I'm 21? Your memories are too faint for me to see anything. I can only vaguely make out these words.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Bathwater, did you think I was... Bathwater, I don't know how old you are, I'll admit.
The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trianne will be on high alert!
19? You're 19. Wow. You're a little baby, Bathwater. Ooh. Oh, puzzle. Go, puzzle. Show me the puzzle. Nah, I fucked that up. There we go. The treasure is mine.
Is that all?
So before this make up for the missed progress, feel like the more we discover, the less we know. 8 sections this time, send you in 2 documents. Also, we just completed should be the final challenge we know of. Avilius will pass you information extracted from later. Alright, he's been learning how to assist me late. If I unmute him, he'll spam this chat up again. You know what, since the last one, you should be fine if you look for Avilius yourself. He's much quieter in person. Personally, after we're done, it's best not to engage him in playing conspiracy games, even if this research is valuable. Seems none of us would figure out what exactly happened in history long past. I love getting ID'd and them seeing the 2 and have to take a double take. Man. I've never been ID'd before because I've never gone out drinking. Or I've never... Yeah, no, I've just never gone out drinking. Golden threads intertwined with roots, tiny exuviate, shimmering scale just spreading a love between kin through the bloodstreams they touch. Not gonna be for long. Build this lovely exuviate. Our Lady Nestia once spun it with familial love to create the first golden thread as tribute to Circes. It said innumerable golden butterflies burst forth from his husk, their scale dust raining down like golden stars descending to earth. You spurn alcohol? I don't like alcohol, I don't like the feeling of it. What joy it would bring to see such splendor. Grove, wherefore are the wise silent? Listen, got ID'd for Abita root beer. Non-alcoholic, but they come in glass bottles, and Abita is a beer brewery. The Scourge man, she just didn't know? Ah. Master Kalinicus, we've installed bronze detonators along a number of the Grove main roads as you instructed. Very good, can we proceed according to plan? There'll be no issues on the technology side. We've already held detonation tests and ensured that they are able to damage the bodies of Titans. It's just... Just what? Because of such methods are blasphemous. Name of the Southern Comfort Eggnog. I've not had eggnog. Even though I really like eggs. Other things are not important in a moment of crisis. What matters most is that we slow the invasion of the Black Tide as much as possible. Never thought when our backs were against the wall we'd be forced to use that Anaxa's wicked ways. Other scholars held such reverence for the gods they never researched such evil technology. Even if the Titan disagrees, it's not like they'll say anything. Go get you some? I don't have it, like, in my house. I hear you can make it yourself. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, there's enough lamenting. Gravitas, you have another important mission now. I need you to find a way to leave the Grove immediately and head to Arkham to request aid. Not know if the Grove can withstand this threat. You can just hold out until reinforcements arrive, then all will be well. If not, I have no choice but to entrust the core flame to that woman. Want me to leave the front line, be a deserter? No, there's no way. They only sell it during holiday season. Yeah, I know. But I'd rather make it myself. It's apparently not that hard. Christ, I say, if anyone is going, it should be you. Anyone is going, it should be you. Don't argue with me. You know you'll never win. It's precisely because I'm a Chrysosaur, I must stay and fend off the Black Tide. Endeavor to ensure we survive until reinforcements arrive. I may be a scholar, but I know a bit about fighting. Any normal Black Tide monster is no match for me, so you need not worry. It reminds you? Just don't want it to be. Calling for aid is not desertion. If you were not prepared to risk your life, the Black Tide would simply intercept you and kill you before you made it to Arkham. You don't have food, but you do have ice cream. Ice cream counts as food for the sake of sustenance, at least for a minute. Gravitas, you are the fastest among us. Will you accept this important duty? I'll not let you down. May Circes protect your mind, Master Callinicus. May the Circes protect your mind. Was that the guy we saw at Arkham, who was all injured? Ice cream is cheaper than fast food? Fast food is never worth it. In this day and age, fast food prices what they are. Why don't people buy from us? You charge too much. Cut down your prices, people will come in again. When it's a good deal, then people will take it.
There, on the steps.
I have a lot of food opinions. I can just skirt around these. Pick up my treasure. Tell you what, we'll do whatever this is, and then we'll probably call it. Probably whatever this cutscene is.
Really scary.
What kind of beast is this? Or is it the Death Titan's kin? Fish giving you my food opinions? Any that come up, I'm not afraid to give them. This is only worth it when the coupons be couponing. Even then, it's like... even then, I gotta be like, okay, I feel like it. I'll do McDonald's for breakfast. And I'll be fine. But if I get, like, lunch or dinner, I've gotten... McDonald's is the restaurant that has given me food poisoning the most of anywhere else, so I'm a little wary of them.
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves.
You mean... that sounds a lot like the Antimatter Legion. Haha. And this... is this digital shit the Black Tide? Because that looks like... oh, Danny Boy and I were onto something. $4 breakfast meal?
Everybody, stay alert.
Nah.
Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Yeah.
Should we inform Aggie about this?
What? Tinnitus in my left ear. It's clearing. I'm good. Other than that, Twilight Princess. Wait, that black thing seems to be moving. Those arm blades remind me of the Antimatter Legion.
The monster is alive! Trienne will protect everybody!
Trienne, please hide behind us.
Redacted.
Mister, let's do this.
Yeah, Trienne, you by yourself, I don't think are that much of a fighter.
As expected.
Certain enemies will inflict ally units with the corrosion state. Tagging enemies will restore corroded HP. The more targets hit, the more is restored.
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn up the volume!
Better hedge your bets. Huh. The dice have been cast.
Turn the volume up.
Maybe
Best ice cream flavor? If we're just going on the... Okay, among the basic three, I will give it to chocolate. But I fully accept vanilla as a close second. I think strawberry is in third place, and I think it has a very strong third place. For...
Never seen perfection.
If you're talking, like, brands, Bluebell's pretty good.
Glimpse the unknown for a moment, and let it captivate you.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
Zap. They didn't even get a turn. I'm too strong.
You defeated it! Little Gray, little Kaz, you're so strong!
These monsters, they aren't supposed to show up here, right?
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no! Does this mean that Akuma is also in danger?
I mean, Akuma's always in danger, but yeah.
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks. But at what price?
Who? At the same time in Akuma. A song by the Beatles called No Reply. If it were released today, it'd be called Left on Red.
Surgeries, both major and minor. We were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
He won't. Ba-dum-bam.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are
Yeah, I think I called it. That guy I saw in the flashback was the guy who showed up here.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castris and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trienne just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove.
Yep.
We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Haggy?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
That'd be a problem.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
Ah,
Is this
little bitch.
a joke as well?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akima. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akima's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
Oh, gross.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster.
Maybe it's calculated. There's some intelligence behind the tide.
It's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Tribi, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
I don't know if that's how fighting works. The guy said that Anaxa is still alive. That's true, and there's still hope for everyone else too. I don't know if that's how being alive works. Who's this Anaxa anyway? Doesn't really seem to have some kind of trust in him.
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all.
You've been following for 58 days. Wow. Did you first come into one of my Daggerfall streams that long ago? Did I play Daggerfall that long ago? Wow. I guess at the turn of the new year I was playing Daggerfall, so... Ah, that makes complete sense. Were you in a similar situation before, friend? Yes.
Believe me, she is far nicer to
New Year's Eve.
than she is to Anaxa. Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
Huh? You still able to conduct research here? You just say the Grove is an academy that was established around a Titan? Actually, if you forgot you have funeral cheese. What?
Trienne knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
You mean cheese that was prepared for a funeral that you are now in possession of? Looks like Circes must really be open-minded if they're accepting of even this kind of novel idea.
Yes, that is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our Flame Chase journey,
Cheese they serve at funerals?
we'll wait till the final moments of the
Oh yeah,
journey
I've been to one funeral in my life. There wasn't no goddamn cheese.
With the exception of Orynyx, that is...
It was your grandpa's funeral. Fair enough. It was cheese that was served at a funeral specifically. That's what I was getting at. I don't think Orynyx was as reluctant to help us as you put it, or they wouldn't have deemed Kylus worthy and allowed me to journey alongside all of you.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trienne believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart.
Really, really smart.
So, Little Gray and Little Cass, Just leave the task of finding an Acta and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
Fruit cheese, crackers, salami, sandwiches, muffins, cupcakes, gumbo. God damn. This sounds like a great funeral.
Good idea.
People should die more often so I can eat for free.
Left along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in
We
mind.
gotten some Cane's tea and lemonade, but they high as hell. Will you not have a ladder? You not willing to work for it?
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here.
She's 1/3 of a demigod.
Remember all those
$7 for a gallon of
heroes
tea and
and
12 for lemonade. Oh, you meant the price.
They would
Oh, in that
only
case,
save their
yeah,
strength
fuck no.
until the very last moment.
Make your own lemonade at that point. Make your own tea at that point,
Nothing went wrong with their
too.
plans.
Get a gallon of water and like 4 lemons. Possibly more lemons than that, but I don't know the exact... I've not made lemonade myself, but I can't imagine it's that hard if kids can do it. Milo's is awful. I don't know what that is.
In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Little Trian is so motivated. I mustn't fall behind. I'll use something to help all my friends that only I have. Ornyx's power.
So many monsters.
Really, you know how to make Cane's lemonade? Okay. It's not hard. Okay. I wasn't challenging that. Anyway, we're gonna come back to this another time. This looks like a pretty good oh no moment to drop off on. So I'm gonna stop this second recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. If you didn't come, you don't get a thank you. Wabwai YouTube.